So what you're seeing in front of you is the new HE75 Mag from Epomaker. This is a new budget rapid trigger keyboard that has been released by Epomaker themselves, but is it actually good and is it worth for the price? Now before I start unboxing or reviewing this product, I do want to say that this video is not sponsored by Epomaker. Yes, Epomaker themselves did send out this keyboard for review purposes, but did they not have any influence on my opinions regarding this product. With all that being said and done, let's get over the unboxing. So this is the box of the Epomaker HE75 Mag, and it's just your typical standard box that you get with a keyboard. When you open the box, you see the keyboard itself being covered with a dust cover, and with a big text it tells you where the accessories are located in the box. Now in terms of accessories, you get a keycap and a switch puller, which is really useful to have. A USB-C cable because this keyboard can also be wired and also wireless as well. We will talk about that later. A few extra keycaps and switches. Under the keyboard you will find a manual that pretty much explains how you can connect your keyboard to your PC using the wireless dongle and everything else that you need help with. And finally you get the keyboard itself, which is actually covered by two things. One is like a plastic wrap thing and the other is the dust cover that has the Epomaker logo as well. And yeah, overall unboxing experience is pretty good. Now you can connect the keyboard in three ways: using the USB-C cable, using the wireless dongle, and using Bluetooth. However, out of the three, I highly recommend that you use either the dongle if you want to use it wirelessly, or just plug it in using USB-C for less latency. Now the place to connect the keyboard using the USB-C cable is in a bit of a weird spot, and it's actually not in front of the keyboard but rather underneath it, so it hides the cable a little bit, in which if you're plugging and unplugging your keyboard a lot, it may be a problem because of the way it's awkwardly positioned, but if you're not doing that, then it won't be any problem for you. Now in terms of looks, the keyboard looks really nice, especially with those keycaps that are magenta and black themed. The keyboard does have RGB and it looks pretty nice, but even if you turn that off, it looks really nice without the RGB as well. It has a volume knob, which is really useful to have. The keycaps are double shot PBT and they're fine, but just know that they're not see-through, as you can see by the video. The case material is plastic, however it does feature an aluminum plate. It is a gasket mounted keyboard and it also has plate mount stabilizers, however it is not compatible with screw-in stabilizers. For sound dampening they use P Pro sandwich foam and silicone bottom pads, and even though the keyboard, like I said previously, is plastic, it feels pretty solid. It doesn't have that cheap feeling. And I also want to say that the keyboard on the back has also kickflip, in which you can adjust the keyboard in two different angles according to your liking. Now the keyboard features the Get On magnetic white switch, which is the very popular option for rapid trigger keyboards around this price range. Oh, and they also come factory lubed, which is pretty good. And with the switches combined with everything that I said previously that this keyboard contains, this is how it sounds. Let me know in the comments what you think about the sound, but honestly I think it sounds pretty good. Now another section that I want to add in this video is the fact that this keyboard is wireless. It does feature a 4000 mAh battery, in which with a full charge it will last you a pretty long time. And when I tried the keyboard using the wireless functionality with the dongle, there was honestly not that much latency. I was really expecting it to be really bad, but honestly I can't complain. It was genuinely really good to play on, and I had absolutely no problems. In fact, another content creator that reviewed this keyboard by the name of Lizerk tested the latency of the keyboard wired versus wireless, and you can see the results on the screen right now, and I'll also leave his review video in the links in the description. And now for the keyboard software. Unlike other keyboards that have browser integrated software, this keyboard unfortunately has downloadable software in which the UI is a bit outdated. Now the good thing about this keyboard though is that it has onboard memory, so once you save your settings you can just close down the software and you can use your keyboard freely without the need of the software being open in the background while you do other tasks. You can select multiple keys, one key, or all of them. For rapid trigger settings it can go from 0.2mm all the way to 2.5, which is more than enough to do the job. If you play games like Overwatch or Valorant, you can even set stuff like DKS or Snap Tap. However, make sure that you don't use these features for games like OSU or Counter-Strike because they are bannable. In the software, of course, you can also change the RGB, how bright you want it to be. You can turn it off, and also the RGB preset as well. And I also forgot to mention that using the software you can also recalibrate all of your switches if you really want to. Now, using the rapid trigger functionality for games like Osu, for example, has been pretty comfortable and actually really good to play on. The switches feel pretty nice and light to tap on, and the keyboard overall has a pretty decent rapid trigger functionality implemented. Here is some Osu gameplay of me using this keyboard. Now, to wrap up this video, do I recommend that you buy this keyboard? Now, if you're someone who is looking for a pretty decent rapid trigger keyboard on the market that looks good, sounds decent, and also has decent functionality, then I would definitely consider buying this keyboard since it also comes at around $100. Now, when you consider the fact that this keyboard has pretty good wireless functionality, has pretty good RGB, and it looks pretty overall, and on top of that, it has pretty solid rapid trigger implementations and also stuff like SnapTap and DKS, then I do think that this price is justified for this product. But yeah, what do you think about the Epomaker HE75? Do you think that you will be buying it or not? Let me know down in the comment section. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to get this product for yourself. But until then, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.